I'm going to start with a quick little story for you guys, and we'll talk a little bit about the timing, positioning, hear about the products, talk about the compensation plan, and why it's so important to lock in your position tonight before our deadline at midnight. So first of all, both Nader, our director of field development, and myself have been in this industry of network marketing. Myself for about 25 years, Nader about 30 plus years. So we've got a lot of experience, both started in the field as affiliates. We're able to figure some things out, built some big organizations, moved into consulting, business ownership, product development, software. When it comes to network marketing, we've been there, done that, and had a lot of experience, had a lot of fun doing it, met some amazing people through this great industry, and continue to really be able to be part of it and help you guys as well. But that said, about 5 years ago, I completely walked away from this industry. I said I was done. I didn't want to come back. I didn't want anything to do with it anymore. And the reason was because when I actually looked at the numbers, when I took a step back and looked at what was actually happening in this industry, and I'm the guy that creates the products, writes the compensation plan, so I probably should have had a better idea. But to give you guys an idea of what I'm talking about, so the average network marketing product costs about, well, this isn't the average product, but the average one costs about $8 to $12 to make. Costs a little bit more because it uses premium ingredients, highest quality USDA certified organic stuff. But the average product in the network marketing industry costs about $8 to $10, maybe $12 to make. And companies have to mark that up 8, 10, 12 times to be able to pay out big commissions in a compensation plan. So they'll sell it for 70, 80, 90, $100 to pay out big commissions in the comp plan. The challenge is less than 1% of people in the network marketing industry are making a full-time income. And by full-time, I'm not talking about the $5,000 and $10,000 months that you hear, even the $20,000, $30,000, $50,000 months. I'm talking about just $2,500 a month. Less than 1% of people in the industry are making a full-time income. And that's okay. I don't have a problem with that. I don't believe this industry was designed to help people really create ridiculous amounts of money. I think it was designed to help people create just some supplemental income in their spare time from home, to give them some options to be able to pay some bills and be able to do some more things that they weren't able to do before. That said, so you got another 2 to 3% who are making that extra $100, $200, $300 a month, which is great. That's what I call the sweet spot in the network marketing industry. The challenge is only 3% of people are at that level, which means over 95% of people in the network marketing industry, doesn't matter what company, 95% are making zero to nothing. In other words, they're losing money by being part of the company instead of making money, which is the reason that they got into the company. And so that's what I had a problem with. That's what I didn't like. And so trying to tweak things, move things around, change compensation plans, work with price points, figure this thing out, because it didn't make any sense. How could less than 5% of people in this industry be making money and 95% losing money? That's not okay. And so again, we played with numbers, we're able to move the needle a little bit, but just wasn't enough. And what it came down to was price point. And especially now with the economy that we're in, people aren't spending money. They're moving away from expensive, overpriced things. Buying habits are shifting more towards affordability and value. And probably those numbers are getting even worse. So before I go on, let me tell you, LiveGood actually has over 30% of our affiliates in profit, compared to a good company is about 5%. So we're like 6 times more people in profit, making money, winning, than every other company out there. And that doesn't even count all the people who are saving more money on our amazing products than it even costs to be part of the company. So that's very exciting. But all that said, we get into this industry, we talk about this idea of residual income, building something one time, work it for a few years and be able to reap the rewards for years and years to come. And it's just not a reality. It's not really happening. And so because of that, I didn't feel good about being part of the industry anymore. Just ethically, morally, I had issue talking about this concept of residual income when I saw that it wasn't happening for anybody. Even the top earners who were making, the 1% of people making a full-time income, they're still, if you look at any top earner and where they were 4 or 5 years ago, it was probably in a different company, if not 2 or 3 companies ago. So that's what I didn't like about the industry. I love the idea of residual income. I want to help people get that residual income. But when you're working with a price point and people have to spend 70, 80, 100, 150 bucks a month to be part of a company, that's a compromise. Because when it comes down to it, they have to pay their cell phone bill, they have to pay their utility bill, or buy their weight loss product to stay active in this company that they're not making money in. We know what people are going to do. And it's the smart decision. It's the right decision. It's what they have to do. And that's why the average person, the lifespan of an average person in the network marketing industry is less than 3 months. It's 2.8 months. And then they're revolving out the back door. And so that's not a way to create long-term residual income. And so again, I was done. I walked away. I was happy. I had a very successful company at the time. I merged it into another company, made sure my people were taken care of, and that was it. And I was happy. And but at the same time, Nader and I, our director of product of field development, we've been good friends in this industry, done a lot of things together. We've had this concept. We've had this idea. We recognized a long time ago that things weren't as exciting as a lot of companies tried to make them sound. And we talked about it. Look, we've got the best products out there. We've got the best manufacturers, formulators. We know how to do this, but people can't get results on products when they're only staying on them for less than 3 months. What if we were able to bring people the highest quality products at the lowest prices anywhere, do it kind of like a Costco type model, where we can sell them for a few dollars above cost so people can actually afford them and continue to be on them and get those results. And this was like 8 years ago we started talking about it. And it was a great idea. It was a great idea then, it's a great idea now. But at the same time, I was done. And I wasn't coming back. I was happy with that decision. And you know, every time we talked, Nader would remind me, we got to do the Costco deal. We've got to fix this industry. We've got to do this new model. And I agreed with them. Someone had to do it, and the industry needs it, the world needs it, but it wasn't going to be me. I was done and I was happy. And I just continued to watch this industry get worse instead of better, greed kicking in, the economy changing, which is really what brought me back, is that these companies don't recognize that, again, people aren't spending the money they used to. The dollar isn't going as far as it used to. People are moving away from expensive, overpriced things, more towards affordability and value. They're looking for value. And none of these companies are recognizing that. They're still trying to gouge people with $70 bottles of CBD oil or weight loss product or whatever it is, or the magic berry from the Magic Mountains. And it's not working anymore. And that's why you'll hear from Nader here in a second. All those companies are going down while people are moving towards the value price. You look at Walmart, Costco, Amazon, that's where people are shopping. They're comparing prices. And so it was time. It was time to come back. It was time to fix this broken business model. And 1.4, 1.5 million members later in just 20 months kind of shows people that it wasn't, we weren't the only ones that thought this was a good idea. Amazon took 2 years to put in 1 million members. We did it in 13 months. No other network marketing company has ever done it in like less than 7 years. And again, we did it in 13 months. So obviously there is a need, a demand, a want for what we are doing. The products absolutely sell themselves. They get results. People are recognizing, which is a whole nother trend that I'll talk about here in a second, that is just pushing this thing, that it's about to kick in even bigger. People need supplements. So I'll leave it at that for now. But with that, let me turn it over to my good friend, our director of field development, to talk about the timing and positioning, why it's so important, how we've grown to almost 5 million members in just 20 months and are about to take it to the next level. So with that, our director of network marketing, and for those of you guys who don't know this guy, I mean, he is a legend in the network marketing industry. He's helped a lot of people. He has done everything, consulted with some of the biggest companies in the industry, helped launch some of the biggest companies in the industry, but more important and just better than all that stuff. I mean, money is cool, helping people is awesome, and that's what he's about. I mean, he will answer his phone. He's on like 12 Zooms every single day with our teams, with our leaders, with our just groups all over the world. He responds to texts, responds to emails. The guy is all about helping you. I mean, he is literally your #1 biggest fan and wants to see you guys win more than anybody. And so it's just awesome to have him on board and be working with him again. With that, our director of field development, Nader Kazan, what do you got for us?
Hey, my brother Ben, can you hear me okay, buddy? I'm outside.
Yeah, you're a little muffled, so talk loud.
All right, I will gladly talk loudly. Ben, thank you, buddy. Thank you for the kind words, but more importantly, thank you for coming out of retirement, recognizing the timing was perfect. You didn't have to do this. You didn't have to come out of retirement. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to get back a little bit, then we're going to talk about this amazing revolution of love that we so lovingly call LiveGood. But this young man, I had the honor and pleasure of signing him up in a side hustle about 24 years ago. I'll never forget that. I was the luckiest guy on the planet. In our industry, we say sometimes you sign somebody up and you duck, get out of their way. That's Ben Galinsky. Determined, coachable, very, very hungry, kept everything all about integrity. And I remember him driving 200 miles, 150 miles round trip to come to that company had an office because he wanted to save money on the phone bill. And he was there all day, every day, almost making calls, just shooting for that dream. And God blessed him beyond measure, hard work, timing, went into ownership. I was honored to serve him in many, many opportunities. And he walked away from the industry. It made sense to me because I've never seen a guy who came from the bottom of this industry, work his way up to own multiple companies, running software for some of the biggest current companies in the industry. Little side note, that's how we know the statistics better than anyone else, because we look at some merchant accounts, we look at statistics. All that being said, this young man came out of retirement, not just because I bugged him, he hinted it. It's because of the timing. Business is all about timing. I've seen this guy with my own eyes sitting in his house giving away cars to people. But does he go brag about it? No. I know during the lockdown, he was out there fighting the states, buying buildings, helping people to drop their kids off so they can get educated during the lockdown. Did anybody talk about it? No. He's the most humble man I know. I had to give it back. But the reason he came out of retirement, ladies and gentlemen, all of the dreams that we talk about in this industry, people driving and flying and having homes and all that, he's achieved them all. So it's not like he's bitter. He knows what it takes, but we know 99% of the people who get involved in this industry, it's just not going to happen. Not because they're not good, it's because their contacts are going to realize they're going to pay $100 for a product that costs $5 to make. And that's why he came out of retirement. He didn't need to do it. He came out to bless you. So thank you, my brother. Thank you for perfect timing. Thank you for the kind words. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Nader Kazan. I'm going to talk a little bit louder today. I'm outside. I want to thank all of you to be a part of this revolution. I want to thank you for allowing me to serve you here. Ben said a lot of nice things about me. I'm nothing. I'm just a product of the product. Tomorrow, I'm going to show you my picture on my Costco card. I was a functioning overeater until these products changed my life. And yes, it's all about timing. Ladies and gentlemen, let's look at what's happening in the world. A few short years ago, the entire planet got locked down. I don't want to get into the political or scientific reasons of it, but we got locked down. One of the things that it brought awareness to people that, hey, why are you paying $100 for a product? Like Ben said, it's so funny that some berry that was found on some magic mountain that nobody's even heard of, when the company's website is going to brag about how they're going to try to pay out more than half of that money to other people that had nothing to do with that sale. That's why you see the industry, one of the reasons people leave in less than 3 months is because A, they found the product somewhere else way cheaper and now way better and less expensive with LiveGood. And also they don't want to tell their friends about a product that's, like Ben said, people being price gouged. So some people on top of the compensation plan, the old way of doing network marketing, can drive Ferraris and Lamborghinis and post $100 slabs of steak, while a single mother is trying to sell her friend, another single mother, an $80 bottle of CBD oil that costs $12 to make. That's why Ben Galinsky came out of, one of the reasons I think he came out of retirement, because he wanted to give back to the industry that's blessed them. And yes, could we have done this without the power of network marketing? Absolutely. Some of the things that we're putting together, it's going to make the first 1.5 million people that we put in record-breakingly, that's a new word, look like nothing. So timing is everything. Last few years, we've seen how people's buying habits shifting, ladies and gentlemen. People are stopped going to Nordstrom, they're going to Nordstrom Rack. People stop going to the movie theaters, they're buying a streaming video so they can sit home, buy their popcorn from Costco that has 110 million people, giving them $9.95 a month. They're buying the popcorn, they're sitting home watching a streaming video. Why? Because that's just a sign of people's buying habits shifting. Look at transportation. There's no taxis. Everybody's doing Ubers. The world has opened its eyes to a new way of commerce, and Ben Galinsky came out of retirement. Yes, I bugged him, but that had nothing to do with the fact that he's such an amazing forecaster. The writing is on the wall. People don't want to pay $100 for a plant in a bottle like one of our Crown Diamonds say. It's all about helping people to get healthy, stay healthy, do it in an affordable way. How do we do it? Let's talk about what's happening in the marketplace. Ladies and gentlemen, the future of commerce is subscription-based. Look it up. I don't care what kind of a Google, DuckDuck, Safari, Yahoo, whatever you use, search it up. The future of commerce is subscription-based. We know getting healthy, staying healthy is not gonna get old. You put all that together. We look at network marketing industry that Ben and I love. We love it. We are called the whistleblower, the Jerry Maguire of the industry because we're exposing it. We're exposing it because we love it. So let's see what's happening in the marketplace. You got traditional, amazing network marketing companies with good products that were made for about 1/15 of what it sells for, tanking. They're publicly traded companies. So in the United States, because you're publicly traded and you have to answer to your investors or paid for your company to get going, you have to show that. Well, those companies are dropping at double digits a quarter. That's scary numbers. Those are the companies who make great products for, let's say, 10, sell it for 150, pay commissions, run big offices, give away pink Cadillacs and do all that stuff at a cost of a single mother paying $80 for a $12 CBD oil. We're seeing those companies tanking. It's a fact, okay? The number of signups might be going up because I just found out there are 20 million people in the US that are involved in network marketing. Side note about tomorrow's Zoom, 74% of them are ladies. So get all the ladies on tomorrow's Zoom. The numbers of signups are going up because people are looking for a side hustle, but the volume is coming down because people are like, wait a minute, why am I paying $100 for a green that your company website is telling me they're gonna try and pay out most of it out? When you open up your eyes, when Ben says about you cannot unsee these things, that's exactly what he's talking about. Let's look at what's happening on the other side. Let's talk about the other side. This is what Ben saw. He watched company, I don't want to speak for him, but look at Amazon. We're going to talk a lot about Amazon because it's a great example. He's already used it once. Amazon, it took him about 2 years and millions and millions and millions of investors' money to take it to 1 million Prime members. So people can pay, at the time, $10 a month so they can get some $99 green that was junk for free shipping. Now they have 220 million people paying Amazon $14.95 a month so they get free shipping. Look at Costco. Costco, like Ben says on his original video that came out a year and a half ago that starts shaking up this beautiful industry that we're fixing. If you go to Costco, you have to buy 5 gallons of ketchup to save $3. You have to buy 2 gallons of milk to save some money. The world is all about saving money. Their TV shows talking about extreme couponers. So look at those companies. You got Amazon, 220 million people paying them $14.95 a month so they get free shipping. You got Costco, 110 million people paying $9.95 a month. So if you buy 2 gallons of milk, you can save a little bit of money. You put all of that together, you create what we call a perfect storm. That's why he came out of the retirement, not me bugging him. It's about the timing and the value. Ladies and gentlemen, because if somebody has a $100 a month supplementation budget for themselves, do they want to buy one bottle at $100 that was made for $5 so some people on top of the comp plan can drive a pink Ferrari out of it? That's why they couldn't 2.8 months. They can't afford it. Well, they need more than one product. Or they get an ultimate wellness pack, for an example, that has about a $500 to $700 value if it was coming with that level of ingredients from any other company in the world for $4 a day shipped to you. Real quick side note. This is $4.50. Our ultimate wellness pack shipped to your door, 100% empty bottle, no questions, money back guarantee, is less than this. Why? Why is it so good? Why is it 100% money back guarantee even if the bottle is empty? Why is the price so low, close to our cost? Because we have removed the compensation plan from the tangibles in LiveGood. So when you go out there and share the opportunity with your friends, 50 people on top of the compensation plan are not going to drive a pink Cadillac or a black Escalade or a Ferrari because their single mother paid $80 for a $15 CBD oil. Ladies and gentlemen, that's why Ben is out of the retirement. I think one of the reasons is the timing and the value. It's just, why wouldn't he be? It can help so many people to get healthy, stay healthy without going broke, and make a little bit of money on the side to offset their product costs. Not like they're not inexpensive already, but if you want to go all out massive action, there's room for that too. Because 1.5 million is nothing compared to 7 billion people in the world that need our products. Remember, we don't have some magic berry coming from some magic mountain. Back to you, Ben.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Nar.